Hello Codebase family. In this video we will look at how to convert Python or PyQt apps specifically into executable files for those using Windows. So you can see here these are the resources of the test editor, the Microsoft 365 clone that we built. And so if I should run it, you will see the application. I have copied the content into a new folder, so I can just run Python run.py, and this is the application that we built not long ago. The link will be in the description below if you have not watched the series. It has its AI chatbot here that can do some prompt and then response stuff. But if we want to convert it to an executable file, we need the PyInstaller package. So you can go pip install PyInstaller. But because I already have it, to tell me the requirement already satisfied. But for you, if you don't have it, it will install. This is the folder you can see. You have two folders and the cache folder itself. You have UI and then resources. And then the entry point is the run.py. That is what runs the whole application. So in order to convert it to an executable, all you have to do is to type PyInstaller and then the name of the script, which is run.py. And then it will do its stuff and then convert it for us. Once you see this last line that says building something from something completed successfully, that means it has completed it successfully. And it will create two new folders called the dist and the build. The build contains packages that some warning files. There are some plenty files in here, like this one run.txt, which contains all the warnings that occurred during the building, but we are not interested in that one. Inside the dist folder, you see a folder, another folder with the name of the Python file. And then when you open it, you see a lot of files, but our executable is this run.exe. So when I double click it, take notice that this command prompt will first pop up, and then the application will also show. We have actually converted this to an executable. And in fact, I can demonstrate that by cutting this dist folder outside the current folder we are in and pasting it elsewhere, such that the resources and code they will not be showing. But if I should run it again, you see that everything will come as we wanted it to be. So even though we are outside of the main folder where the Python file is and the general structure of the application is. But you can see that this one comes with a lot of files, and also one thing is that it shows this command prompt before opening the application. Fine, you may like the prompt to show, but it might also annoy you. So if it annoys you, you don't like it to show, then let's fix that one. If you don't want the prompt to show, then all you have to do is to declare one flag here says -w, so small letter w. That will hide the prompt when the application is showing. So we allow it to run again. And then inside the dist folder, it will have the same structure. All the other files that came with the first one will come with this one. Just that this time around, when we open the application, we will not see the command prompt pop up. So it will just be the application itself that will pop up. So that one has been dealt with. But you can see also that it's a lot of files in here. If you mistakenly delete just one of these, the whole application will not run, because it depends on it. So if you want to fix that one into putting it like a one file executable, then there's another flag we have to add. In that case, we have to add the one file flag, which is hyphen and then capital F. So the uppercase F, that will also build it into a one file for us. Okay, inside here we have this application. Okay, it has even already taken the icon. I don't know how it did this, how it did that, whether because it's declared in the application explicitly, but it was able to take the icon of the application and even run it together with it. But if your icon did not come, what you can do for it to come is to, after you declare the file, the third one, we have to declare another flag, which is dash icon, and then we set it equal to the path of the icon that we want. So if I come back here, let me delete these two. Oh, so something is open somewhere. And let me even delete this cache file also, the cache folder. The image, the icon I want to use is this one. So what I do is I come to where the icon is, and I can hold on the shift key and then click on copy as path. Or I can also select it and click up here, which says copy path. And then I paste it in here. But if you are using the command prompt, it will not be a problem. But because I'm using the git bash, I have to convert all these slashes to the opposite ones. So that is it. The window will cause the window not to show the one file, will build all the folder into one file, and this will add the icon. And of course, don't forget the script itself. So that is it. We have our application here. You can choose to rename it. This one, you can rename it to, I called it Tommy's Docs. And then you can open it. Of course, it will open like any other application opens on your PC. You can, if my taskbar is not showing, but if you add the icon, if you see even the icon showing on the taskbar. And also, everything about this thing works. If you actually try to use it, it will work. And you can also copy this file, send it to anybody, anywhere. The person doesn't need Python to even run the application. The person can just run the application by double clicking and opening it, because what has been done is that the Python itself and all the dependencies have been compiled into that one file. So that'll be all for this video. If you have any challenges or questions, you can post them in the comments below. And thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you another time with another video.